Good even, ladies and gentles all. We do welcome thee forth unto tonight's production of ShakesProv. I would welcome to the stage now all the lovely actors involved. And there they are in all their greatness and beauty. Ladies and gentlemen, we do now give you the opportunity at any time, if you so wish, to donate. And there is in the box of chat a place where you may go to find a link that will enable you to do so if you do feel generously disposed. And now we will present for the three most lovely things. First, we will have the newscast of the Shakespearean time, the Shakespeare Gazette. Next, shall we have a madrigal, and beyond that, shall we do a play based upon your suggestions this evening. So please be prepared to add into the box of chat your suggestions. That will start momentarily. And now we shall all leave the stage except Sir Patrick, who will gather your suggestions for the very first of tonight's entertainments.
Ever production of the Shakespeare News Magazine, we need a couple of suggestions of things that you are expecting during this unique holiday season. So please put those into chat. They could be events, they could be gifts, they could be gifts that you would give to me. Anything that is redolent of this season. We have a suggestion of tasty treats. Tasty treats is an excellent suggestion from Peter. Fancy dress mask from Nathan. Well put, gentles. An instant pot from Marianne. Thank you, Marianne. So we have an instant pot, fancy dress mask, and tasty treats, which all might be mentioned during the Shakespeare News Magazine.
Good evening, lords and ladies, gentles all. 'Tis I, Amy the Grey, your host for the Shakespeare Gazette. As you know, the holidays are upon us. They're upon us heavily and mightily and quicker than expected. And yet, there is not a moment wasted for those with creativity to make the holidays their own. I go now to the court report, Lady Hedda of Hopper with the court report telling us what those above are planning this holiday season.
Why, yes, so blessed indeed is the court to have the king and the queen together under the same roof at last for this holiday season. Hanukkah has been the first of their celebrations, and they do celebrate all the 8 nights of light, and they do so by lighting the pot which is instant, and into the pot which is instant throw they the broth, the matzo. Also, they have a second pot which is instant because they are royalty, and in that shall they make the brisket. Thirdly, do they the latkes make for consumption that shall bring joy to all. And that, my good friends, is what thou would find tonight wert thou to enter the castle of the king and the queen. I thank you.
Which, of course, none of us shall ever do.
Perhaps
not. Which leads us to the great diversion of sport. Skittles Jenkinthorpe, what is up with thee? Take it, Skit.
I am heretofore live from the sporting arena, where a great jousting match has just occurred. And Sir Richardsfield versus Sir Thomas of Scott, they went head to head, and Thomas of Scott was knocked and flown from his horse like a canary from an island. and he landed upon the dirt. The king, having just been reunited with his queen, is most in need of some fine entertainment for the folk. So, oftentimes when losing a battle, Thomas of Scott may have been beheaded and lost his wits. But the king decided to go with a slightly different punishment upon this day. He went with what is known as an instant pot, and that is where the town blacksmith brings him a large black bull, places it upon his head, and then has the largest knight in the kingdom come by with a hammer and smash the side of the pot, making a loud ring with the sound of a metallic grunge. And the folks of the castle did find this most entertaining, and Thomas of Scott may ne'er use his ears again.
Alas, and 'twould be a loss indeed.
It would be, and Thomas, we do wish you well in your recovery and help with your CTE going forwards.
We thank thee for that heavy work, Thomas. Speaking of work, 'tis fancy dress time. If thou art going to a fancy dress mask, thou should have something to disguise thyself, such as a fancy collar. Here to guide thee to the best choice of costumage for thee is Cresta the Wise. Cresta?
Oh, yes. I am so happy to talk with you about the importance of a fancy dress mask this particular season. Now, one must always hold it thusly, so as to add that air of mystery and yet that safety as well. And I must say that this fancy dress mask, the many colors that it arrives in, are going like hotcakes, which you can make in an instant pot, by the way, which those are also going fast. One must buy quickly in this holiday season on the Friday of Blackness, and hopefully there will be some of these wonderful purchases still left for you to buy.
Excuse me, Cresta. Is it feasible to actually put an Instant Pot on your head for a fancy dress?
Oh, well, I have heard that the king and the queen particularly like their instant pots, or pots of instant as they like to call them. And should they decide to start wearing it that way, I am sure it will become...
Everyone will follow, certain.
Of course.
Thank you, Cresta.
Of course.
Finally, between the incessant rain, fog, and mud and the fancy dress travelers, traffic has become a concern. Holiday traffic with Terminus.
Well, thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate your calling me. You know, as the weather gets colder and it nears Christmas, a lot of people are out in the street, marching around, speaking to one another, and looking in the windows to all the stores around there. The problem is that some of the children there are actually running and starting fights with one another, and they have actually thrown some rocks at me at times. It gets very uncomfortable out here trying to measure the weather and the people walking around when they don't behave themselves.
It would appear that Krampus missed a few.
Yes, they have. They should be going to Krampus instead of Santa.
Well, nevertheless, the holidays are here, whether you're ready or not. They're going to come, whether you do anything or not. Whether you fancy dress or make a pot of instant.
Well, as easy as I can make it.
That's Shakespeare Gazette. Enjoy the play.
And next, ladies and gentlemen, shall we present you with a madrigal? And for that madrigal, we need the following suggestions. We need a piece of advice that you might give someone, or that might have been given you, perhaps when you were a teen, or just starting out in your adulthood. So a piece of advice. Also, we need a tabloid headline, something involving celebrities that you might actually enjoy. And thirdly, we will need the line that once was used by you or at you to end a relationship, also known as the line of breakup. So please put those three things into chat. We may have as many of them as you wish, and we will pick from them and assign them to our most wonderful madrigal singers momentarily. So, and here they come. Amy the Grey, Patrick the Short, and Susan the Peas Bennett. And now will I assign these. I have for our first singer, which will be Patrick, I have Don't Spend It All in One Place. Next, quite meaningfully for Susan, Go to Therapy. And also let's combine that with Go to Therapy and I Need My Stuff Back. Go to Therapy, I Need My Stuff Back. We still do not have a tabloid headline. We need a tabloid headline with a name of a fine celebrity or well-known person from history. Either way, please do give us a most interesting tabloid headline.
It's the most interesting line.
Indeed.
If you need a start, perhaps something with Bat Boy from the Weekly World
Santa.
News.
Or Santa.
Or Bat Boy and Santa.
Einstein lives again through Bat Boy. Excellent. And so that will be for Amy. Einstein lives again through Bat Boy. And now I will ask each of our madrigal singers to repeat their suggestion in the order in which they will be singing this evening.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Go to therapy. I need my stuff back.
Einstein lives again through Bat Boy.
Excellent. And now, ladies and gentlemen, madrigal.
Don't spend it all in one place. Don't spend it all in one place.
Go to therapy. I need my stuff back. Go to therapy. I need my stuff back.
Einstein lives again through Bat Boy. Einstein lives again through Bat Boy.
Don't spend it all in therapy. Don't spend it all in therapy.
Go to therapy. I need my Bat Boy. Go to therapy. I need my Bat Boy.
Einstein lives again and needs his stuff back. Einstein lives again and needs his stuff back.
Don't spend it all in one place, Einstein. Don't spend it all in one place, Einstein.
Spend it all in therapy, Einstein. Spend it all in therapy, Einstein.
Go to therapy with Bat Boy. Go to therapy with Bat Boy.
With Bat Boy, with Bat Boy, with Bat Boy, with Bat Boy.
That was most excellent, and we thank these singers for that. And now I need for our actual play, which we will begin in a moment, a few things. I need some more holiday suggestions. And so, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps one type of food which you might be looking forward to at the holiday. Also, a gift, some very unusual gift. And thirdly, a thing that you might make in your creative genius. So those three things, we need the food, the gift, and something you might make out of your creative genius. We will attempt to use as many of these in the next 30 minutes while we show our play. Ladies and gentlemen, we will now show the Christmas play.
Oh! No one's here! I'm supposed to clean up, but I sought not a moment's time alone in the throne room. Why, that's enough to give me dreams. Oh,
So sorry I was late. Matilda, it's so lovely to see you. Hast thou started the cleaning?
I hast not. I have but brought my bucket of warm water up
Oh.
from the kitchens.
Oh. I trust that we must make it spick and span for the holiday celebrations.
I imagined to be here on the holidays. So grand. A hurdy-gurdy playing in the corner.
Oh, would they have
All the dancers with matching leg warmers.
Oh, I know. And a pheasant on the table. It would be so delicious.
Ah, well, such is not the lot for us.
No.
No.
But I would invite you to my humble home and pray that you would accept a bit of hospitality. It is nothing very special.
Of course I accept. Why, to be invited to a person's home is to be invited into their very heart.
Oh, I am so glad to hear you say that. No one has been to my home in many a year. I wonder if I might leave a bit early so I could make our little humble home presentable.
Oh, but of course. I will clean this spick and span myself in exchange for a spot at thy hearth on the holidays.
Oh, I am Twitter-pated. I am excited. I am overjoyed that thou hast accepted my invitation.
I shall be there, Galena, and I shall be there happy. I shall even bring a gift.
I shall see thee soon.
These holidays, they do not suit a man like me very well. For I have not, and for never have not. I know no gifts, no friends, no countrymen. For I am just a lowly soldier in the Majesty's army, and the holy war forever rages.
By Gronk, what is it that thou dost here? I did not expect thee today, and it is early for the celebration. Why comest thou here unto my tavern?
Lord, on this holly day, I have nothing. I have no family, I have nowhere to be, and thus I sit and I drink ale.
Why, Gronk, thy tale is sad as the weeping tears of a cat with no cat toys. Oh, thou poor young man, I do feel sorry for thee. It is true that perhaps, having been orphaned as thou wert so young, that thou never learned to make friends, and perhaps we should see to this. What say you, Gronk?
I would think that total description is a bit harsh, and I may have some social skills, but yes, it could help.
Boy, truth to say, I think thou hast the social skills of a ripe olive. And
I am tasty and nutritious and from the Mediterranean.
surely enough, and yet thou must learn a thing or two, and perhaps this holiday time is indeed the time to do it. I suggest that thou seekst out the company of others. Thou hast spent far too much time indeed with me. So find thyself another place, and perhaps I shall see thee later toward the 12th night.
Your words are kind, and I do not think your actions are as kind. But I shall go. Some merriment I must find somewhere.
'Tis true.
Lord Demerol.
My lord. Thy lord, thy voice does not carry forth.
Oh, something
It
is muffling it.
as if you speak and no of the words come out into the air.
Voices are loud in my head.
Oh.
Sometimes I tell not whether I speak to others.
Oh dear.
Verily, it is often that my words are ignored anyway.
No, we would never ignore your words. Not I, terminus of the cranberry hat.
It is true. There are some do ignore.
Some, yes.
Well, perhaps you do not ignore me, Aaron, and you do not ignore me, Terminus, but tell me of the plans for the 9th of the 12 nights.
Oh, the 9th?
Well, Terminus and I have been planning quite the festivities.
Yes, the 9th night is a very, very big night for that.
There must be pickled herring.
Indeed, there is pickled herring.
Yes, we have pickled
And
herring.
cranberries aplenty.
Mm-hmm.
Sauced, I hope.
Oyster stew.
Oyster stew is delicious.
Always a favorite of the children.
Hmm.
This sounds highly digestible.
Indeed, sire.
Yet I am concerned. I am told that I govern in a detached manner, that I care not for my people, that I pass laws that benefit only the lords and ladies. I'm told that my popularity is falling. I wish this celebration to show us that I am a man of the people. In appearance, because of course I am well beyond most of the people in the Lord's eyes, and yet I need the appearance. I need their trust.
Sire, if I may be so bold, since your lady hath passed, perhaps the people do not trust as much a king with no queen.
Aaron, thou speakest as a knife to my heart. Of course, thou art right. Thou art always correct, yet dating is so difficult when the crown wears heavy on the head.
It is true, even in the best of circumstances, dating is like wandering a wild wilderness with nothing but water buffalo for miles and miles and the occasional chipmunk running across the road.
Perhaps we should invite some women to come to the 9th night.
Perhaps I might come to the 9th night disguised.
Ooh.
What about Holly Steamus?
Oh, now there's a name I've heard and haven't heard in years.
Yes. We did talk by the grocer the other day, and I heard that she is looking for a match.
Well, she certainly has found a prime one here, hasn't she?
Well, if she is of royal blood, which I know not. If she speaks pleasantly, without twisting in a blade behind the meaning of the word, I am open. But plan away. I am off. I must go to my forest and kill something. Good day to you.
I will go find Holly at the shore.
Matilda, How are you?
I am well, Gronk. Long have it been since I have seen thee. How are the holy wars?
Holy, and yet many men find themselves full of holes and do despair of it.
That would be the war part.
I I must make friends this holiday eve, so Holly has told me, and yet I not know how. I only have one real skill in this life, and 'tis a gross one. I do not think many people would like it.
Gronk, I am your godmother, and therefore I think that you should stop hiding your skills and be what thou shalt be.
All I can do outside of war is take salt, find vinegar, and fish from the sea no more than 3 inches and no less than 2 inches in length, and put them, into a jar and wait several months for their pickling. And when it comes out, it tastes as sour as an apple picked 3 months before ripened date.
Aye, but do not many men crave this sour, salty taste?
I cannot imagine 'tis such a thing. 'Tis a taste for just a strong few, and I cannot imagine that pickled herring would suit anyone.
Well,
A pickled soul such as myself.
I am hearing a lot of negativity right now.
Well,
Ah,
Aaron,
Matilda, hail and well met. Just the folks I was looking for. I was looking in the wrong room before, but now I have found thee.
and welcome to the shore.
I am on a king's mission, as it were. You do know that I have some skills of the matchmaking variety, do you not?
indeed, you can fit puzzles into pieces.
Yes, and
You
vice
can fit
versa.
keys into locks.
Yes, and peas into pods. But
And
anyway, I know Gronk and Matilda that you are friends of Holly. And we are, do not spread this around now, we are looking to match her with the king. He needs a date for the great festival of nights that will be happening.
Oh, what a celebration would be had! A royal wedding on a holiday?
Yes. Does
I-
it not sound fun? There will be pickled herring and oyster stew.
whoa.
Gronk!
It's as if you have cast a great longbow into the dark and somehow found its mark upon my own chest. I do procure my own pickled herring, pickled freshly at this ocean behind us.
Oh, how wondrous! That is why the smell of fish doth hang about your head like a garlanded wreath on an Olympic runner.
I do not think I don't know. I don't.
A little bit.
Is it?
A little.
Oh,
Must admit, a little bit.
criminy. Well,
Yes.
How can we
Once-
help thee in thy quest, Aaron of Avonlea?
Put a word in Holly's ear about the king, and have her come to me or my partner.
Is it a magic word?
It could be a magic word. Say, queen.
I one thing that I do find foiled to this plan is I do not think Holly has the confidence to straight up match herself with a king. She knows that she is lowly and below royal descent, and I do not think she would agree to such a foolish venture, even though the possibilities are possible.
But I have heard that back in her peerage, there was royal blood. It got lost and took a wayward detoured path around Europe and then ended up back in the outskirts of London and then here.
And what if we were to have irrefutable proof of this noble lineage?
That would be perfect. And here's the best thing, Gronk. The king does not want a strong woman.
Oh,
It is the medieval age. That is fairly common. That's not insane.
So her humility and yet her nobility could be a great asset.
a real catch, as we say, eh, Gronk?
A pearl! Oh,
We shall find this evidence for you and bring it on the day.
anon. Farewell.
Oh, Oh, Kaylina, I sent poor Grog away, and now I do feel the worse for it, for I have so few people in my own life. You know, very few know this, but in my lineage, 'tis the case that my great-great-grandmother was the cousin of the Duke, who was married once to the Baroness for a very short time, the Baroness of March. And through that, I do consider myself to have some grace, and yet I feel that I cannot and should not express this, and so I have never met a man, for I am too lowly and too fearful.
Oh my!
Oh,
Who makes
How is
such
Damus?
rude noises here?
oh, I
Terminus.
am Terminus. I work for the Duke himself. I was wondering if you would like to come to a party on the 9th of the 12th days.
Oh, I? To a party am invited?
Yes,
Oh,
you
may
are.
I bring my friend Galena here with me?
Oh, bring as many people as you like. I am sure the folks there will enjoy both of you.
Why, thank you, and tell us the location of this great festival.
Oh, it's near the gold room that the Duke actually owns. Basically, a party is going to be given in there and in the rooms around it.
Oh,
Dost thou mean the Duke or the King? I am confused.
I believe he's the king now, but he was started out as a Duke. It's in his room, though.
Oh, I do understand. Why, Galena and I shall have some conference on this terminus momentarily, but I am sure we shall see thee there. Thank thee for the invitation.
Please come. Oh, he will love you.
oh my!
Oh, Galena, why?
I think this is a Christmas miracle for you. I have hoped for something special for you for so long, and yet you have not had the confidence to move out, to step out, to run free, and yet look at what has been offered you.
'Tis true. Why, oh, Galena, 'tis in my greatest fault that, although I am lacking in confidence at times, I am also a terrible shrew with a sharp tongue. At times, it just pops out, and I know not where it comes from, and I cannot reel it back in. Canst thou help me with this terrible plague?
Well, I think that we could work on it just a little bit. We have a bit of time before the 9th day of the 12 days of Christmas, true? And so come with me to the forest. I have a special prepared place that we can practice your non-shrewishness. What
Oh.
say you?
Galena, thou art such a friend as I had never have. Thou art a friend who may have dropped from the skies like a tiny little cherry with wings, and I shall to the forest accompany thee in some time. I shall see thee there eventually, Galena, and we shall practice.
Yes, yes. It will be wonderful. I shall see you there.
Excellent.
As king, I have my wisteria imported. It is fresh all times of the year. I gaze, I smell, I sniff. It is as if life is being created for me. Yet I am not of it. And now I seek a disguise, so that I may be presented without the trappings. Shades for my eyes, a darkening of the beard, a reddening of the lips, and I am no longer the Lord Demerol, yet I am just Diazepam. And as Diazepam, I may truly find what people think of me. They open me and find the gifts that I have inside without the wrapping paper and the bows and the gilt. And And yet the guilt for having fooled people, that guilt stays with me. I sigh.
Lord Demerol! Lord Demerol!
Lord Demerol is away. It is I, Diazepam.
Oh, I have not made thine acquaintance, sir.
I thank thee, lady. What seekest thou with Lord Demerol?
Ah! Well, I came here quickly from the palace, wearing my special gaiters. And I have come here with such speed to deliver him this chess set. Which I fear is almost complete, as it lacks a queen.
Oh, thou speakst in code. For you mean not the piece of the chess set missing, but the kingdom missing a queen itself.
In troth, thou art wise and perceptive, for the kingdom does miss a queen. And I am cunning, for I did actually remove a queen from this chess set, so I could set this up.
Take it to the gold room for the party. Set it up there. Wilt thou be missing the black queen or the white?
As happens, be the white.
Ah, then the first move is on thee.
Then I shall move to the gold room.
I shall keep your secret and see
And
if
I
Lord
shall keep
Demerol,
yours.
see if Lord Demerol shall notice.
Thank you, Diazepam.
I thank thee, Matilda.
As I troll through these tomes, I found many a secret. Some dark, some about pickled herring, and some on the lineage of Holly. For her great-grandmother was once betrothed for a short time. 'Twas quite a tedious marriage, and there was many arguings about whether or not the Lord did make his way around the village. But it appears that my friend Holly does carry some royal lineage in her, although it may be dropped in her like a poison in a drink, barely noticeable until the time is right, which it shall be tomorrow night.
Oh, my friend. Ah, there thou art, Galena. Oh, well now, tell me, what is't I should do to curb my wicked, vile, vicious, and most stabacious tongue?
Oh, fear not. I have found, because I dabble in a bit of magic, I have to admit, but that is another story. And I have found these slippers, which thou shalt put on. Go ahead, put them on. And now, when you walk around, should thou make a comment that is shrewish, a sound like a puppy will issue forth, and it will stop you in your tracks from making such comments.
Why, let me practice then.
Oh, yes.
See, if I meet the gentleman, and I do say to him, why, my lord, thou dost look most excellent. If it were not for that unseemly bulge and that, oh, thou art right.
Yes.
Not
I would not want to hurt a puppy.
Oh,
Though
no.
thou be shrewish, I know thy heart.
Why, that is most excellent, Galena. What a sound plan thou hast come up with. Why, thou art so intelligent, smarter than the moon when it's, but no, the moon's not particularly smart. Smarter than a dumpling. Nay, no, not a dumpling. Smarter than a cat, which, when it sees its prey, rounds it wholly till it can upon a moment spring. Oh, Galena, thou art the most intelligent friend I have ever had, and I do thank thee muchly for these slippers.
Oh, of course. And then we shall see each other at this party, shall we not?
We shall, Galena. Oh, do wish me luck, friend.
Oh, thou needest not luck. Thou art thy own good charge, thy own good luck, thy own happiness.
And perhaps better than my great-grandmother shall I wed, and find true happiness, and with a man who will support me. And thou, Galena, thou shalt come along with me, and live wheresoe'er I live.
Oh, thou art too kind, too kind. Well then,
I will see thee at the Festival of Light.
Yeah. See you then.
Good day.
Such a grand event. So many plans to be made. I must call Terminus.
Yes, my dear. Terminus. I'm coming.
I need help. There is so much to do and so little time to do it in that I feel my head must explode with the planning.
Well, I talked to Holly Stamus earlier today, and I believe that she is going to come to get the Lord Demerol on his way.
Well done, my fine sir, well done. And I have talked to Gronk at the shore, and he will procure all the pickled herring and all the seafood stew, the special oysters.
We are a couple of master matchmakers, we are.
And master diners, I guess.
We are.
The invitations I will send out, and I feel as if I have forgotten something important, though.
Let me think. Yes, there's something on the back of my mind that I can't... Oh, hello.
Who is this mysterious stranger?
I don't know him.
Lord Demerol, in disguise.
Oh my goodness, I hardly recognized you.
Call me Diazepam. I will float around the early portions of the party and listen to what people truly think before revealing myself. But tell me.
Sure you want to do that, Lord Diazepam?
You have conjoined my two names. I am Lord Demerol, but I am playing the part of Diazepam, traveler.
Yes, I will put it in here, although I be forgetful at times.
Such is what my names do to people. Yet, at the time I shall reveal, but tell me, hast thou preparations in place? Are the foodstuffs procured?
The foodstuffs are procured. The thing I forgot. I don't believe Gronk should cook. He does not seem like a cook, a chef.
I don't believe he is. He smells like fish as well, so...
Yes.
That is not a good idea to have him in the kitchen.
Yeah.
'Tis an honest smell. Fish.
True. But one that will drive other people away if we're not careful.
Yes, indeed.
Finish the preparations.
Matilda, thou art a chef?
I are. And I have set up the chess in the throne room with the missing queen. I have carved every pawn from the finest cheese. I have taken endive and carved it into bishops, and I have taken chocolates and carved them into kings.
Oh,
now,
thou marvelous woman of many talents, like the stars thou dost shine so bright, my eyes feel as though they will pop out of my brain.
Well, I seeketh love through mine creativity.
How wonderful.
You shall certainly find it through that.
Terminus.
Where's Lord Demerol?
You mean Diazepam?
What? He is but the same man?
Oh, you should not have said that out loud.
Oh, I have done a thing.
Please do not
tell him, you know.
Or other people at the party that is truly who he is.
He wishes to know people's true opinions of him, and yet I do not think this is the best idea.
Even so, he is the king, and we are not.
That is true, but what the king wishes, the king wishes.
Yeah.
Let us go into the throne room and
Yes.
commence the festivities.
Good
I
idea.
will meet you there.
I do hope that Demerol does see my pickles. For anything that has been brined in salt and vinegar is in fact pickles, and is not just suited to cucumbers. For beets may be pickled. Carrots may be pickled. Strips of
Soldier.
lamb may be pickled.
Soldier. I
A
smell
fine
herring.
t-shirt may be pickled. A
Soldier.
cake may be pickled. Oh,
I smell herring. Soldier.
it is an old family recipe, but I can't imagine anyone would like.
I know some who would.
You know partisans of pickled herring?
I know one very important partisan of pickled herring.
Well, who be that?
Your lord and master. When he arrives, make sure some pickled herring is ready for him.
I do not know about Lord Demerol. His wit is like salt. It tears the tongue apart if you have too much of it. And his money and wealth, like vinegar, it sours anything around it.
Yet,
Body, like that
do
of...
not salt and vinegar together flavor the chips?
They do. And in turn, flavor pickled herring. Or maybe I do like Lord Demerol in small bits and pieces. 2 to 3 inches long.
Oh, why, Gronk, it is a great pleasure to meet you here. And I am so sorry that at our last meeting I did call thee like unto a ripe olive, although in fact thou art much like a ripe olive, except that thy smell is much greater, in fact, than a... Nay, no, boy, I did mean, thou dost smell of the finest musk, and the finest perfumes thou dost, and indeed that shall never keep thee from finding friends.
This woman speaks well.
Well done, my friend. Well done.
That
Thank
was
you
a
for the
good
kind words.
Oh,
Why?
I thought I saw someone, but never mind. So there are not too many people here yet. Tell
Not
me.
thus far.
No. What thinkest thou truly of Lord Demerol, aka the King? What thinkest thou truly, Holly?
Oh, why? I know not much of him. And of course, as a king, he may be predisposed to such wealth that his mind has been sullied by his wealth. Indeed, such that it may be... why, no, sullied I do not mean. I mean that perhaps he is emboldened by his wealth and may spread it through the land. Yes, that is what I mean.
Yes.
I'm so glad to hear it, Holly, because the king Lord Demerol has a fancy for you.
Has he truly?
He truly does.
Oh, but wait, who is the gentleman in the corner? That man who wears those most unusual glasses that do make his eyes look as if he may have died somewhere in the last millennium. And or indeed, perhaps they are glasses which help him to see the truth.
That is Diazepam.
He was invited.
To him.
I am
Why-
a traveler, lady. A traveler.
A traveler, Sir Diazepam, and by traveler dost thou mean one who knows not where he's going and cannot read a map or ask directions as he shall? Oh,
I believe he means more that he may cause drowsiness, dizziness, tiredness, muscle weakness, headache, dry mouth, nausea, or constipation, and should not be taken without the advice of a medical doctor.
Oh my.
I see.
Thou
True
art
enough,
full of
soldier.
wisdom, Gronk.
True enough.
Huh.
Lady Holly, tell me more
Oh,
about the king.
oh, about the king. Why, as I say, I do not know him well, but step aside with me, and we shall converse. And so, let me tell thee that I know little of him, except that he is a widower man, and I do believe that he loved his wife quite a great deal, and experiences much sadness. Now, it may be true that he drove her to an early Oh, no, no, no. I'm sure he did not. I'm sure he did not do that. I do understand that he loved her and that he is a man of true heart.
O lady, tell me of thyself.
Oh, why, what wouldst thou know, my new friend?
I would know thy heart.
Why, my heart, sir, my heart doth change. For, lo, these many years, I did inherit from my great-grandmother, who was in her own right nobility, having been engaged and briefly married to the Baron of March. Well, in any case, I did inherit from her a shrewish tongue. However, I am learning, slowly but surely, to disengage the shrewishness of my tongue and have it be sweet and mellifluous.
Lady, thy tongue is sweet and mellifluous, and I must reveal that I am not diazepam. I am simply your king.
Oh, your grace, my gracious, gracious lord.
Stand, lady, stand. As now I know your heart true.
Why, it is all I can say, that I mean you the best, my grace. I would do whatever it pleaseth you.
Lady, join me at the buffet, and let us find the delicacies there, and let the party commence.
The pheasant, my lord, the cranberry. Oh, the cranberry of your kitchens, which is so so delicious, that we shall eat it upon a plate, one upon the other. I shall join thee there, momentarily.
And pickled herring, to be sure. I will see thee there, lady.
And so, Gronk, you see, friendship is really sharing.
That 15-minute explanation was concise, poetic, worthy of its own play on a stage. I now know that the friends that I talked to all along were already my friends. I was already rich in company, and thus am wealthy.
I hope you take this knowledge back to the wars with thee.
I will. I will try to make as many friends with slaughtered men as humanly possible.
And now what makes a better holiday than two that will be wed?
And lady,
Yes, my grace, what wouldst thou?
I would give thee this plate of pickled herring, and know that I will spend a lifetime caring.
Huzzah! Gentlemen, thank you for joining us for ShakesProv. And I would like to introduce our fine players. Jim of Sap, the Lady Judy, and our good and dear friend, Susan of Pease Bannet, Sir Cohen of Jenkins, Lady Amy of Grey, Patrick, Sir Patrick of Short, and as I, Ruth Jenkins. We thank you again for joining ShakesProv. If you are so disposed to donate, please do. Thank you for your evening. We hope you felt it well spent.